Hey everybody, and welcome to Saturday Morning Movie Club. We're back for season 2. We've been missing for a little bit. Our apologies. We went on a long vacation and then I lost my dad. So I'm kind of slowly coming back up to speed and getting back into stuff. So we don't really have a format for today.
No, when you leave the country and the months that we have watched stuff the entire way through that time period, but it is a lot
The list is long.
material.
Yeah.
Within that time frame, a lot of new stuff has come out. We have watched a lot of old stuff because it's us, as well as the Academy Awards happened during this time frame.
right.
So there's a fair amount to talk about, but we will try to trim it, and then anything we didn't get to, we'll push to another one.
Yeah.
Another episode.
Though on our awesome vacation, we went to Japan for 2 weeks. We found awesome movie T-shirts that are Japanese.
Japanese, the
poster.
thing.
Well, we got a bunch.
Yeah.
We gave them a lot of money.
We could have spent more.
So you'll see that as
Lots
a theme this season for sure. And we could have spent a lot more. It was overwhelming. Gosh, they had so much stuff. We barely scratched the surface of that store.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Wait. Okay. Do. Should I play by myself or should I? Okay. We'll go to bars. And we're back. All right. So Adam has to show off his new thing.
It is a Godzilla that when you are doing a Zoom meeting, it will hold your phone. I carted this around all of Japan because I bought this like on the second day.
Yeah. Awesome Godzilla stuff. We found some cool things while we were.
In their store, inexplicably, they had every single permutation of Godzilla and all the monsters except Rodan.
I know.
Period.
We didn't find a Rodan
Which
in the
is
entire country
odd.
of Japan. I mean, we were
Same
we
studio
were
made
parts, but-
Rodan, so I don't know.
Yeah, we really should have made it to Toho, but
Yeah.
we did not. Yeah, we saw Godzilla. He was hiding behind one of the buildings. That was our first day, first stop, first thing we did. It's like we will find Godzilla. And
They're
then
done.
vacation
And
over.
the last day, because Godzilla was at the airport.
Yeah, I was pointing, and he's like, "We don't need to drop our bags off." I'm
Yeah,
like,
we did
"I'm
that.
not pointing at the United sign. I'm pointing at Godzilla behind the United sign.
The kaiju behind United.
It's behind it."
It was subtle, also to be fair.
Yeah. So it was very fun. A lot of Ghibli Studio stores that we passed. Yeah, it was fun digging around Japan for that stuff.
Yeah, very much.
Anyways, so yeah, like Adam said, we've been watching a ton of stuff.
As part of the Japan trip, you have 14 hours to watch movies. So
Okay.
that increased the list.
Let's start with that. Let's pick something that you watched on the movie
On the-
watched on the airplane.
I movied on the airplane. I watched, because I have my own large list, because we can't keep track of anything, that one of the ones that I wanted to see and I had forgotten about until I saw it on the list on the little thing was, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this, that it's Sisu, S-I-S-U.
Sizu?
Sisu?
I don't know. That's my
Road
guess.
to Revenge, which is it's out there, and I think that has like this is grossly under. You okay?
Okay.
It is a. I think it largely had like 22 lines in the entire movie.
I've seen the trailer.
Yeah, the Stephen Lang plays the heavy, and he's the only name really in the entire film that United States audiences would really know.
Sure.
But yeah, it is a gentleman from Scandinavia that has a beef with the Soviet Union. That's it, and he goes back into the Soviet Union to collect his house that was run down. Yes,
It is a sequel. I have not seen
Is
the
it?
original. Yes, it's a sequel.
I didn't know that.
Yes. I think the first one's just Suzu.
Oh,
But I think what you're missing is that the Nazis killed his
Yes.
family.
No.
The Russians killed his family.
Yeah, so at the
But it's
end,
after World War II.
At the end of World War II,
okay.
then the Soviets expanded just decided that they were expanding their property lines, and it covered this guy's house, and they killed his family, and then he decided, I'm going to murder everybody that's Soviet that I ever see, and he went on a tear, which I guess would have been the first film.
Yeah.
So now in the second film, he takes a truck, drives back into the Soviet Union to go get his house. And he takes it apart by hand with his dog. Well, the dog just watched. Puts it on a truck and then is driving back home to Scandinavia. That's it. And Stephen Lang's going to go stop him. This guy has a nickname of the Legend, and you're off and running. And it is, I found like the first third of the movie is really awesome. And it has a great look to it. And it after the first third or half of the movie, it kind of doesn't have something new after that, and sort of has this. I found it has sort of the same action sequences in it, but for something to throw on and have an enjoyable time, even not on an airplane, I thought it was very watchable.
Yeah. So I watched many movies on the plane, including one that I'm not really. I was like, what is this movie? I had to really think about it. It's called Good Fortune. It has Keanu Reeves in it, and he plays an angel. But so 2 mentions. The first one I don't want to get into because you haven't watched it, and I want you to watch it so we can actually discuss it, because it has an ending. Like it's got
which movie's that?
Begonia.
Okay, we'll push that off.
Yeah. Just a little note that I did enjoy it. It started, and I was like, oh God, it's going to be one of these movies that I'm not going to like. I don't know. I get in a mood sometimes where there's just like something about a movie, and I'm like, I'm not going to like
a movie can make me eye rolling it sometimes.
Yeah. And I mean, Emma Stone's in it, and Jesse Plemons?
Yeah.
Is that how you say his name?
Mm-hmm.
Both amazing. Like, everybody in it does a great job. I mean, Emma Stone does amazing all the time. But the whole movie, you're like, okay, all right. And then I was like, it's just going to be this thing in a basement where they're like, are you an alien or are you not an alien? And or like, is he crazy?
Which makes me tire.
Right. So I was like, that's why I was like, oh boy, am I not going to like this thing. But the ending...
All right, we'll push that off. I will watch it as part of my homework. For those who haven't seen it,
I recommend it solely for the ending. It made me laugh so hard, and I would love to see people's comments about if they think it's weird that I was laughing at it. Because that's what I want to talk to people. I'm like, is it weird that it made me laugh?
We do laugh in theaters, and it freaks people out sometimes at the things we're laughing at. But.
Including the one we saw yesterday, but we'll get to that. We'll get back to that. The other one I saw on the plane that I really liked was called The Long Walk, and it's the Stephen King film. And it is just... I think it's kind of like Hunger Games, where they take a bunch of kids and it's a lottery and they have to walk for a certain amount of miles until there's only one left standing, and that person wins a bunch of money, and it's like
But the others could die, and probably will die.
Well, that's the point, is that there's one standing because everybody else dies. Like if you fall behind, like you have to have a certain pace because they have like the little monitors, and if you get 3 warnings and then they shoot them. Like it's like I don't know. I mean, like as an overall the story, you're like, okay, like it's kind of weird. It's got Mark Hamill in it.
I like flipping the script and having somebody that's classically and I know he did the Joker for like 35 years, but having somebody that's so famous for being a hero.
Oh yeah, he's a super bad guy.
And being a terrible villain.
But I didn't know it was him. This time I was like, that's Mark Hamill.
You are very much not able to pick out Mark Hamill.
I know.
But they did a whole bit. They put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, just standing there
next
to Darth Vader,
and him talking to people with his photo on his shirt, and they're like, I don't.
They never get that it's Mark Hamill. It's like Luke Skywalker's right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's in it sort of like they probably had him for a couple days because he just kind of shows up and is menacing. I like it. I think the actors in it were great, and for it being just people walking down a road, super compelling. Like kept my interest the whole time.
It sounds, yeah, I can see that somebody saying it like, oh my God, that sounds straightforwardly simplistic and boring. But it also is a very clean canvas. So whoever the filmmakers, their talent is,
Right.
they have a lot of room to play and it won't be wrong.
Yeah, and like, just talking about it from a filmmaker's point of view is like, here's the script, it's all on one road. They're walking. So it's like
So in the
framing-
scene, what should we be doing?
walking.
Walking. And action.
And go. And we're
Script
walking.
supervisor going, so she was walking. Yeah.
And we're walking, and we're walking, and we're stopping. But they can't stop. That's the point.
No stopping.
Which I was like, after the, it was a weird space to be to on a plane.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of like tired, and you're like, oh, like they'll get to sleep at the end of the first day. And you're like, nope, no stopping. They just keep walking. You can't stop for anything. And I'm like, oh. I was like, I think
It's like working on a movie.
it's a little unbelievable with that, though, all those people could walk that far without, I mean, like, don't really eat very much.
Yeah.
And like it's a ridiculous amount of miles. I can't even remember. It's like over 100s? I can't. Somebody correct me. Somebody help me. I can't remember.
They will.
I didn't take notes. So that was Airplane Ride. I mean, I have other notable mentions that I watched on the plane. What else did you watch on the plane? You don't have to talk about it, but what'd you watch?
Oh, I watched a few things. Predator Badlands, The Smashing Machine, F1, the movie, which I know is like the most criminal way that, because I do that. I did watch Mission Impossible, the Tom Cruise Reckoning, whatever it's called, and the Blue Angels movie, and I watched fantastic amounts of really giant spectacle
Stop
movies
watching IMAX movies
on a screen
on
this
your
big.
phone.
So yeah, I watched F1. I watched a movie called Fackham Hall, and then I think I watched the entire first season of Ted Lasso as well.
I did as well.
And I would have kept going, but they only had season 1, which was confounding.
Yeah. I too watched Ted Lasso season 1 on the plane.
Because you got 14 hours
Yeah.
each way,
I watched the Good Fortune one with
right?
Keanu Reeves as an angel. Cool Runnings, because I was out of
'Cause
my
it's-
mind and tired.
And it was
And it was right around the Winter
Olympics
so
time.
they had it.
So
And I was just like, oh man, I want to watch that again. Holds up. I still like that movie. Fun fact, Cool Runnings was my first date movie when I was
that's not bad.
13.
That's not
But we
bad.
went with his mom.
That's bad.
And I'm not sure I really wanted to, I couldn't tell you his name to save my life. It was like, oh gosh.
Just the beginning of The Ice Princess.
Maybe. Gosh, we don't want to get into that. It was like she was a secretary at the Martinelli Pools and Spas, and like somehow he came over and he liked me.
His mom.
Yeah, it was a secretary.
Gotcha.
I think. I don't know. My parents could correct me if I'm wrong. And so like he kept calling and he's like, "Do you want to go see Cool Runnings?" And
You'll
I'm like,
keep calling
"Yeah."
me.
He's gonna
You'll
keep
keep calling me.
and calling. So that was my first date.
That's not bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I still like watching it.
I think my first date was Gung Ho. With Michael Keaton. It's a Michael Keaton, and
sure.
Mr.
It's
Mom
fun.
wasn't that long ago. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it'll be fun. Let's dive into geopolitics about manufacturing on both continents.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
Did you have a second date?
No, I don't think so.
Me neither.
It was never brought up that the movie was the reason. I'm sure it was me, but
Could have been the movie.
it could have been
choice.
the movie, which of course would have been my fault as well. So
Yeah.
we'll say it's me.
See, we picked a category.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
randomly fell into a category. I also watched Caught Stealing, which I had to stop because it was too realistic in the thing that like they beat him up, and like he had to have his kidney taken out, and then like I couldn't. I was getting nauseous, and like I almost threw up. I was like, I'm gonna throw up. The airport.
It wasn't airplane food.
It wasn't
it
the
was
airplane.
the movie.
It was. I had to stop watching it, and like I think I like
Too much.
waited, and then the next flight I finished.
That's fair.
I also watched Freakier Friday.
God bless Jamie Lee
Which-
Curtis.
They shot one of their scenes at the hotel I stayed at in LA when I went out there with Building Heights last summer.
Ah,
I was like, that's the hotel bar, or the rooftop bar. That was like fascinating. And they were filming something when we were staying in that hotel when we were there.
Must be on the list currently until someone ruins it.
Right, because I saw like Scripty with our little foldy chair. Like you would see it if you work on a film set.
Oh boy, you can detect it a mile away.
You know who does what. Not by their stuff they're carrying, but how they're dressed. And like,
Yeah, you will be on
You can
vacation
spot
with
it,
your
like,
family, and you'll go, I sense something.
I see a grip.
I feel it in my peripheral vision. Somebody has done a tie-in to a generator close by.
Well, when we were in Scotland
Yeah,
years and years ago.
we stepped out of the bar, and there was a 2-aught laid out electrical cable in close to the side of the road, and you can see right around the corner there are white trucks. Like, what's going on? And then the bartender breached protocol and said, "Oh, that's Avengers Endgame's
Yeah.
in town."
And so when we finally saw Avengers, we were like, that's right across the street from
Elizabeth
our
Olsen's
hotel.
fighting people. I'm like, that's like a half block from our hotel.
They were having a conversation in front of one of the stores across the street
Yeah.
from our hotel. So we missed it by a day. We could have sat and...
Russo's didn't give us any extra days to get some work.
We've both worked on Russo Brothers movies that have been through Cleveland.
Like, boys, and then you'll
Yeah.
get wrestled to the ground.
Including your Captain America shirt that you're wearing. That's your...
I didn't even realize.
That's your production shirt
Yeah,
from
from
working
Winter
on-
Soldier.
Yeah. So, and when we went to Louisiana, New Orleans, we tried to go
Right.
down, we wanted to go to the oldest jazz club. I can't think of the name of it, but it's super thing to do. And they were filming there, and they had covered,
Revolutionary Hall, something hall. I can't, people are yelling at me right now. You
somebody can tell us.
dumb fool.
Put it in the comments.
But yeah, a film crew thwarted us the first night.
Yeah, like it was a period piece because they'd
Yeah.
covered the street in dirt, and like some PA came up to us and like, "Oh, excuse me."
You'll have to stop. See, when they do a movie take, like, yeah, okay, kid, thank you. I'm okay.
They're like, they're like, you can walk down the street, but you
We're
can't."
locked up. That means, like, yeah, go
Yeah.
away.
They're like, you can't go to the place we wanted to go to, and we're like, damn it. So we went back the next night. Luckily, we
Revolutionary
could.
Hall?
I don't think that doesn't sound familiar. It could be. I don't know. Yeah. What else did I watch? We watched. Are We Good? The Mark Maron doc, and you watched that one.
Oh,
too.
yeah, I forgot. I did watch
Yeah.
that. The Mark Maron, comedian, which talks about him a little bit from, first The Earth Cooled till now, but it's primarily about his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Passing away. Like they were collaborators for a number of years, and then they finally got together, and then she passed away during COVID, not from COVID, but some infection that, like, by the time when she first passed out sick to dead was like 15 hours.
Yeah, it was really fast.
And then his dealing with trauma and grief and getting back, I hate the phrase, but getting back on the horse. Getting back in the world and
Yeah.
working it out live in front of, because comedians, what do? You talk about what's going on with you. So that was what was going on, and watching him sort of,
Like work through his grief.
Yeah.
It was okay. Like it wasn't
it was,
it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
and just, as a slice of life, to be able to watch that and see how somebody
Yeah.
does that is,
And
always helpful for yourself if you're going through something to go,
Yeah.
okay, that's a way.
Yeah.
Noted, and to have a little taste of what somebody's going through.
Yeah. And of course, incredibly sad.
Yeah. And good off-color jokes, which kind of is nice. Like, oh, he's letting himself be able to get to that, which helps you with what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, speaking of grief,
Yes.
since I've been going through it, we've been hitting like my comfort movies. So Goonies again, Jurassic Park. We were laying on the couch and I just was like, Jurassic Park.
And then last night, I don't know what the theme was, but Turner Classic, which everybody knows is our favorite, then launched into, we hopped right into the middle of the Breakfast Club, and then
Oh, no, that's 2 nights
that was 2 nights ago, and then 16 Candles is coming on. I'm just going to watch the first 5 minutes of it, and then it's 12:30 at night.
Cut
And
to
we watch
me
the entire
staying up
thing.
late. I looked at Adam. I'm like, I can't.
I watched
believe,
all the 16 Candles again.
I can't believe I stayed up late to watch all of 16 Candles again.
But it's on and uncut, which
Yeah.
is kind of rare when they show it on TNT for the
Yeah.
50th time.
It's a hard one to be like, I was like, after this scene.
Yeah.
I'll go to bed after this scene. I was like, nope, movie's over. Oh, I didn't.
I watched 16 Candles all again.
Which is fine. It's great. I love that movie. And what was it? Oh, and Serenity we hit again.
Yeah.
And also with the whole.
Well, because you've been listening to a lot of podcasts with
Yeah, I
Nathan
listened
Fillion
to
and
Once We Were Spacemen with Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk. And
they've been in the news a lot because they're getting the show going again as an animated
they're trying to.
series.
It's an animated. They would do an animated series, which I super hope they get to do it. Because I want to see it. But I was like,
Yeah.
we should watch Serenity again. Because I mean, it's been a long time. I mean, it's been a while since I've actually watched the movie. So.
It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Green, who shot Unforgiven, shot
Yeah.
it. Anybody watched the show, and then I mean, Star Trek: Next Generation did the same thing.
Yeah.
Like they wrapped Star Trek: Next Generation on Friday, and then Monday they were shooting the movie, and the movie's like, whoa, somebody
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
real got hired to shoot this.
Yeah.
And Serenity was the same way,
Yeah. No, I love.
which makes sense because it's a western.
Right. The characters are so good.
Yeah.
You watch it and you do get mad. Where you're like, why is this not more? Why is there not more of this? These characters are incredible.
Yeah,
Like, there's a. Like, I love Zoe. I mean, I love all of them, but, like, she's like, you're gonna. Like, there's, like, a conflict that happens. She's like, you're gonna want to leave. Or
Yeah.
whatever. I can't remember her line, but, like, it's.
you'll want to leave this room.
Yeah.
To Adam Baldwin. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a very, very good scene. And it's really, and to Nathan Fillion's point, yeah, there is a sharp tone difference between the series and then what the movie does, and he wants to investigate what happened in that intervening time to make this so sort of contrasty at this point.
Yeah,
too.
because it is very different. Like, it is very different. from the
Everybody
show,
is
For sure.
everything's heightened.
Yeah.
Particularly sort of the danger and the pissiness towards each other. So why? Where does that come from?
What's happened in the in-between.
Yeah.
And of course they lose a couple crew members too. So
And
you're
you
like,
lose a couple. Spoiler, even though it's a decade old.
it's more, isn't it more than a decade? It's
Probably.
way more.
I was being kind.
I know. I was like, oh, honey.
I was trying not to upset you.
It's got to be at least 20.
No, not for the movie. Is it?
It came out when I was in New York.
Yeah. Yeah, that may be true.
Yeah. At least. If it's not 20, it's approaching 20.
Yeah.
Anyways, so a few new ones that we watched. We did. Do you want to bounce forward and talk about the ones we watched, the one we saw yesterday, or do you want to talk about?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay.
The yeah, in the midst of the whole Twitterverse talking about Serenity and Firefly being rebooted was all happening at exactly the same time that Buffy the Vampire Slayer's reboot got canceled, which confounds everybody except that one executive who doesn't like Buffy and decided to
Get rid of it.
throw money away, I guess, by not taking advantage of that. But because of that, then this was all happening within the success of Ready or Not 2.
Well, I think it happened when it was premiering.
Ah,
And so, like, but I mean, I'm a huge Sarah Michelle Gellar fan, and of course, huge Buffy fan. So
that guy's name needs to be put on a billboard.
yeah, so people can shoot out his porch light.
Yeah, kind of. So other executives can go, wow, you are unhireable. You have one job, and that's to pick stuff that will make this place money. And
Giant fan base.
boy, did you take a
Giant
shit.
fan base. Yeah. Yeah, so like my feed is flooded with Buffy stuff and Sarah Michelle Gellar, and like I keep seeing
Especially now that she's promoting that movie.
the Ready or Not promos going by with her and Elijah Wood. For some reason, it's mostly all the interview stuff is with those two. I mean, which is great. I'll take it. You get
Samara
Frodo.
Weaving's
Yeah.
a fine name at the moment,
Yeah.
but she's still up and coming.
Yeah.
These two are what they're after.
You get Frodo and Buffy together.
Frodo and Buffy
You're like,
are in the same movie.
Yeah, right.
Let's go.
Which I did see an interview with them because it's not a spoiler, but if you haven't seen the movie, there's a bit with a ring. And they're like, oh yeah, that was known. Like we all were like, because Elijah Wood is the one who's keeping the ring. They're like, that was the joke they made. They made a lot of Lord of the Rings jokes. They're like, that was not lost on us.
Number 2 on call sheet, Frodo.
But I was super, I mean, like, I enjoyed the first one. It wasn't, I didn't think it was super great, but I enjoyed the ending.
But it was fine.
Yeah, I was
It
like,
was a good reveal at the end.
it's fine. I like the ending a lot.
Like, it's not just weird rich people, but they're actually Satan worshippers, and not in the academic sense. Like,
Right.
Satan will come and do bad things if you don't
Yeah.
hunt this woman in a bride's outfit.
Right. Well, the thing I think, because like, I think the thing that I didn't like about it is like, it doesn't make any sense. Because like, I'm like, so you have to marry somebody and you have to kill him? And I think, and this one explains a little bit more that
Yeah.
she pulled the wrong card or something.
Yeah,
at the
they.
beginning.
I think they learned from probably all the shit they took online.
Yeah, because I was like, this makes zero sense, but whatever. I'm here, I'm watching it. But because the whole thing is like, are they Satan worshippers or are they just nuts? And then you get to the end and you're like,
Oh,
no,
no.
they are.
Yep,
Because
very
it
much.
becomes, the mystical happens. Where you're like, and that's what I liked about it.
Yeah.
Where I was like, that was fun.
So now you go to this one.
Right. So when the second sequel came out, I was like, okay, and the trailer's up, and we were in the theater for on my birthday for Send Help, and they had a trailer for this, and I was like, fun. And there's a shot of Sarah Michelle Gellar pulling back what looks like a stake and stabbing somebody
In
and
the
it is
chest.
framed just like they do in Buffy, and I was like, ah! Like I was like, don't scream in the theater. Adam was like, you do whatever you want. I was like,
Scream in the theater.
I was so pumped. So I
Oh,
was
they
like,
knew
we
exactly
have to
what
go.
they were doing and who they were selling this to.
Hello, good job, marketing team.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I will see this movie no matter what. But one of the things that Sarah Michelle Gellar was saying, she's like, to help with Buffy getting canceled, is that you should, she's like, go see the movie, get the numbers up, watch.
As
Buffy
anybody should do
streaming.
for most movies. Go to the theater and get the numbers
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, so that way, like, they have a chance of actually getting to do the Buffy.
Movies are
reboot.
way worse on your TV or on a phone on an airplane.
But very clearly, this, yeah, that's okay. Sometimes you have to watch them on an airplane. This movie very clearly leaned into the Buffyverse. Like, I can't remember her name, the actress. She's the other lead.
Oh, the
Not-
sister. She played the
not
daughter
Samara
in
Weaving.
Ant-Man. I can't think of her name.
Yeah, she's super cute.
Yeah.
They did a side-by-side of her with Buffy, with Sarah Michelle Gellar on Buffy, and they have the same outfit and same hairdo. So, like, they're clearly doing this. Her character's name is Faith. Like, come on. So, yeah, and she's, like, chewing bubble gum
Yeah.
and, like, gets
Dropping
a sword.
quips.
Yeah, oh, so fun. I really like that movie. It was really fun. And, of course, the ending is great.
Yeah. Good ending.
Great ending. There's a goat.
There's a goat.
They're gonna kill the goat.
What are they going to do to the
are they
goat?
gonna do to
Sorry,
the
we're
goat?
crossing genres now. But
Well, we've talked about Jurassic Park.
yeah, but yeah, go see it. Go see it in the theater. We saw it on the weekend, and it was not packed to the ceiling, so it's accessible. And
Yeah.
go push the rock in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, for Saturday afternoon, we
Yeah.
went and saw a movie. No, I really liked it. There's a big, I'm noticing in the big trend, at least right now, walking down the corridor to go find our theater. Like, we are passing all these female-based horror comedies.
And the
that are
trailers that were
streaming.
occurring, females-based horror. Somebody's
Yeah.
kind of figured it out finally.
Right, because there's the one called Forbidden by Diablo Cody. That's like witches, I think.
Yeah, and all of you will die. All of them will die.
They will.
They will all kill you.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That looks really fun.
Yeah.
The coloring on it, not super. Like, I don't like the way it looks.
Yeah,
But, like,
it looks
the
a
movie
little
looks fun.
dishwatery.
Visually.
They do another pass on that, guys.
Yeah, it feels like one of the scenes they had in the trailer just felt too bright in like a TV show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Oh. But the content looks
They've been
good.
doing that. I saw a thing on because the new trailer dropped for the new Harry Potter series, and there's a scene of them on the train. So immediately, people our age started shitting on it and they're putting side by sides of
Right.
like, here's Harry, Hermione, and Ron also having the exact same scene and what the difference of it looks like, and somebody, said, about, and it was a rip on the coloring of it, on how dingy and dark it is, with the joke going, do they have gaffers in this day and age now? Or did we do away with those?
Exactly.
Which is not a rip on gaffers.
No,
but
it's just
it's
like,
a rip on the people in charge that
they're
making.
have to craft the
They think
look.
that they're making it these dingy, really dark, savage-looking pieces. And like, do you remember that this is a kids' movie?
Yeah.
And I think the series is not aiming at. I think it's all aiming at people our age and just bypassing the kids, which of course is like, that's losing half the point of Harry Potter and what
Right.
it did for society,
Well, it was
and
a
got a bunch of
generation.
people reading.
It was a generation that grew up
Yeah.
with those characters.
Well, we bypassed that. Now we're just going to dingy.
Okay.
It went right to Deathly Hallows in its
Weird.
look.
Weird. Yeah, and like, so what other... Oh, and Send Help came out. That's also a female-based comedy. I know we've dipped... I don't remember if we've talked about it on the show or not.
We dipped
but-
a little bit into it. Directed by Sam Raimi. That was because this is the fight everybody's got to do nowadays of somebody wants you to be in their movie, and then you have to make them sign in writing that they're going to put it in the theater. And Send Help was another one that they were trying like the devil to put that just on streaming, and then they put it in the theater, and lo and behold, it made a pile of money because it was good
Yeah.
and enjoyable.
Yeah, it made its money back like within weeks.
Yeah,
And Ready or Not 2 made its money back
In
and
days.
profited on the first opening weekend.
Yeah, in
made
days.
like $2 million. Plus $2 million.
Yeah, which hopefully is a lesson, and it's also fairly original IP. That it wasn't, The Mandalorian and Grogu, which
is coming.
is coming, but it wasn't Marvel, it wasn't Star Wars,
Yeah.
it wasn't DC. People can actually, which that was allegedly the lesson of 2025 was original material led the box office, which I know is super frightening for all the studios, but
Yeah.
maybe a lesson could be
I'm
learned.
excited about going back to the theater. We
Yeah.
were walking down the hall, and they have all the posters of stuff coming
Wanna
out.
see
I'm
that,
like, see
wanna
that,
see that, and
that, and it's all stuff that's happening soon.
Yeah,
And then
it's going to be a good year.
They have, because we went to Regal, and I'm sure all of them have it, but you can get like a membership for the
Oh,
month,
right.
and you can watch unlimited movies. And I'm
Just
like,
pound.
like,
Might have to do that for May and June.
I was
That's
like,
when it's always hot.
do I have enough time in my because I was like,
Yeah.
then if I get it, like we won't be able to go to the theater, which will be the
Right, we'll have a job that
something will come up.
we'll be in the weeds and can't.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that? No.
No.
Busy every
It's
second.
on my list, as I say about everything. Anyways, so Send Help. Like,
Yes.
I know we didn't get a chance to really talk about it. I love Sam Raimi movies. His horror films. So, like, of course, Evil Dead. I love Drag Me to Hell, which, speaking of, another movie with a goat in it. Girl and a goat. That's another theme. Girl and a goat. Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Ready or Not 2. Send Help. Or not Send Help. I just said it. Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I think, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, Rachel McAdams is awesome as always. And there's a great airplane scene that makes me laugh so much.
You'll watch that. And,
It's about the value of putting your seatbelt on when turbulence hits.
that's not the
awesome.
lesson, but it is an important lesson that happens in it.
Yeah,
Rachel McAdams is wonderful in it. In the role that she plays in the first third of this movie, you're like, this is the same gal from
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls?
Yeah.
Which just shows her great range and fearlessness.
Yeah, it is it's similar. Speaking of Drag Me to Hell, similar parallel of the female characters.
Yeah.
Where it's like the female character struggling at work, getting shit on by their boss.
But-
which I'm like, Sam Raimi, tell me about that.
I mean, you and I are two different people.
Yeah.
Drag Me to Hell is down the list for as far as Sam Raimi movies in my opinion, and it's.
I mean, that's fair.
A lot of it is based on the character's choices through it. That
Yeah,
she's
I
kind of
mean-
infuriating in it
Yes.
to me.
I understand that. I can agree with that. But I like it because of the ending.
Right.
Because she does everything right and still gets dragged to hell.
Yeah, but she's a bad person,
I know, because she's,
and so she gets to go to hell.
sorry.
But yeah, in this one, Rachel McAdams has a lot.
And I think you just didn't like it because she killed her cat.
Well,
I mean, I don't like that.
you're
either,
behind the eight
but-
ball already.
Yeah.
When you do
No. I think that's when you were like, I don't like her anymore. I don't like this character.
You
I'm like, well,
you abided by that advice?
I would argue that I don't think you're supposed to like her character.
But then,
I don't know. I mean,
I always have
that.
I have the trouble with a movie when you have nobody to hitch your wagon to.
That's true. That's a good point.
When in Send Help, Rachel McAdams goes. There is a great arc to her agency as she goes through the movie, which is, I mean, it's a horror movie. It's a horror movie version of Castaway.
Yeah, it got a little Misery in it.
Yeah.
A little Survivor. A little.
Yeah, I highly recommend that guy.
Yeah. Oh, super fun. She has a bit where she makes a hat out of palm fronds, and I'm like, oh no, are we gonna go Midsummer? Is that what's happening now? Like, no, we didn't go that direction.
Somebody just brought Midsummer up again to me, and like, oh, that's so good.
Adam can't see girls with flowers in their hair and not be like, oh, is it just Midsummer?
Yeah,
again?
you've joined a cult of European white supremacists or something. I don't know.
They weren't white supremacists. They were just into their. I think they just didn't like outsiders. Wait, or am I missing a part?
That's
of the
being
movie?
generous with it. I think there was.
Was there? Did I miss that?
A component.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm
not apologizing for the people in Midsummer who murdered people.
Yeah, to be fair to you, there was a lot.
I missed that element to it. Or if I did, I forgot.
The lesson is, if you go overseas and something's weird, it might not be just because they're quirky.
That's my favorite part of that movie.
People can be awful in other countries.
It's their culture, and you're like,
we shouldn't interfere with their culture. Like, no, interfere. Those are murderers over there.
They're killing people. Yeah, so that one was fun. And then, so we talked about Turner Classic, because that's our go-to when we turn the TV on, just to be like, what's on tonight?
Minute one. What are they doing? Maybe not. And then you keep going. Or you're in, and now you're watching 16 Candles again.
Don't tell anybody yet. But last night, Adam's like, here's the movie we're going to watch tonight. And I'm like, cool. I'm excited for that. And then we turned on Turner Classic, and the theme was...
Atomic Monsters.
Yeah, from the
50s.
Yeah. So they started with Them, which I swear...
Excuse me. Them is how you pronounce it.
Them.
Them?
Them?
No, it's not a question. Them.
They had a great intro with Mankiewicz, where he was doing that, and he's like, but never them.
Not them.
It needs a punctuation. I don't care how you say it.
And because it comes up right in the beginning of the movie, them, and it is a black and white movie with them written in crimson red letters. It's the only color part of the entire movie. That goes away, and then you're black and white with...
They do play this movie a lot, because I've watched pieces and parts. I thought I'd seen it before, but I had not. So that's kind of why I sat and started watching it. But, like, I think the last, like, after the first half, it gets kind of, like, dwelling in the...
It bogs down when they move to Los Angeles.
We're trying to find more, and they're all like in offices and doing a film strip about ants, and I was like, I kind of got up and wandered away for a little bit, and then came back for the end.
Because I mean, there's so much B movie crap, and I think everybody kind of wrote this off like it was going to be B movie crap, and it's a lot of it's not.
Stuff in
a lot of it is really properly crafted. I mean, as much as a 12-foot ant with 3 guys operating it as as a marionette. But
I mean, they don't reveal it right away. Like, they do a good job at holding back on reveal.
Pretty good structure to it.
And they, when they find the little girl wandering in the desert, they put her in an ambulance, and she's like...
It is a great sequence.
Basically in shock. And they have her in the ambulance, and the 2 guys, the cop and the ambulance driver...
They hear the sound.
And they're looking, and she's behind... She hears it too, and she stalks, like, straight up. And, like, then it goes away, and she, like, lays back down, and they never notice.
Yeah,
like, they never turn to look at. It's so good.
I mean, whoever the gal that played Newt in Aliens is channeling.
Oh, she looks a lot like that little
what this
girl,
kid is doing.
Because
it's that trauma coma where you're got the 1,000-yard stare going. It's really good. And that little girl in the first 10 minutes sells how terrible the rest of the movie is.
Well, there's one of the police officers, like, gets killed off screen, because you don't show what it is yet, but, like, you can hear that he's dying. Later, when they reveal the giant ants, it's got, like, a big rib cage in its mouth.
with
Or mandibles.
with the bullet holster.
Well, the bullet holster's below him, so it's like, oh no, that was a police
There's a
officer.
cop. He got ate by ants. Or dissolved or something.
The rib cage was terrible. Because I was like, what is that?
Yeah,
I was like, I think
that's
it's a
not what rib
ribcage.
cages look like.
No. But anyways, so then I was watching it and I was like, so are we not going to watch the thing you said we were going to watch?
Yeah.
And he's like, we can turn it off.
Absolutely.
We finished them. And then we went into...
We started Rodan.
No. What else did we watch last night? On Netflix.
I can't remember. We've watched. Anaconda.
I was like, you're ruining it.
Yeah. Then we rolled right into Anaconda. Not that Anaconda.
The new one with Paul Rudd and Jack Black and Thandie Newton and Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
Because I saw the trailer for it, and it's all about them wanting to make a movie themselves, and I was like, oh boy, this is gonna like hit perfectly for us.
Yeah. So it's like, we are going to reboot Anaconda.
Yeah.
So they go into the jungle and have this meta story.
It's not good, but it's fun.
No, it really plays. I have to look up who the directors and writers are, because it really plays like 4 comedic actors just wrote this and nobody
it feels
cut
like there's a
anything out.
lot of oh boy, why can't my brain improving.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they just like kind of let him go, but like whatevs. I watch Paul Rudd in anything. But the beginning, they have a scene where they're trying to raise the money, and they go to the bank, and she's like, "I can't."
At first, Jack Black goes,
It'll
to
be-
do this. What did he say?
It's like $2 million.
We need $2 million, and they go to the bank and they go, "You have been approved for
$9,400." And Steve Zahn's like,
yes."
and I was like, I feel that.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
That's our lives.
We'll rework it. And then he's like, I need like $43,000.
Yeah, you don't send 4 people to Amazon
Yeah.
with $9,000.
Yeah, because I was like, the boat they're on the down on the Amazon, you're like, this is a nice boat.
Which of course was stolen, but they don't know
Right.
that. And
Oh no, but they booked it.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. They did pay
Yeah.
to the guy that's drunk at the bar.
Yeah. God, stupid movie we watched last night. But again, fun.
Yeah, we watched that beginning to end. Then we started watching Rodan.
Yeah, and the film crew does it because then they run into the actual film
A real crew that has Ice Cube with them again.
who's remaking Anaconda, and then the whole film crew gets eaten by the snake.
Eaten by the real steak.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun movie for sure. Then we came back and started watching Rodan.
Which
we did not finish.
No, and we should
We
probably
didn't.
put it on and watch the rest of it. I
guess
had watched.
we can't do 3 movies in a night.
Not
tried.
starting at 8:00.
No.
Yeah, and I had seen Rodan when I was 14. Was the last time I watched that, because as Ben Mankiewicz is sort of doing the intro, like I remember parts of what he's talking about, and then we watched it, and it all takes place around this coal mine that people are digging, and then people are starting to get picked off. Like I remember parts of this,
But
and
we watched like a half an hour of it, and there was no monsters.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
they
no-
had the little weird creature thing that was not Rodan. And I'm
Right.
like, when does the
I think we
monster
shut it
show?
off just before
Oh,
things
he
started
had to
getting
go.
going.
Yeah. Because I was like, maybe not anymore tonight.
Yeah, it's taking too long. I'm not. That hour is reserved for 16 Candles.
I know. I was
And
like,
I'm not
I'll stay up for that. We also watched on Turner Classic National Velvet, because
Yeah.
I've never seen that one, and it's a horse movie, so I can't believe I've never watched that one.
Right?
It was okay.
Yeah. You got Liz Taylor. Did they say that was her first
Her first
role?
movie, I think.
And she's
12 or
13 or something like that. I think they cast her and she was 11 when they cast her, and they had to do some rewrites because I don't think it was for anybody that young. But yeah, it was an interesting. I kind of think it suffers a little bit from the time period of its structure and its
Sure.
pacing.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a horse movie, for
Oh, the horse is so
somebody
pretty.
who was at 12 years old and vibrating about horses, I think it resonated.
I don't know how that missed me, but
Yeah.
like I would have been all over
People
that for
being
sure.
wildly inappropriate by putting a 12-year-old on a horse in a horse race.
No, nobody did that. She chose to do
Yeah.
it. That was the biggest.
Mickey
rub in
Rooney
that
didn't
movie.
stop her.
He should have though. Like the whole bit was Mickey Rooney had this arc that he had trauma, that he was in a horse race and got another guy killed. And he was like, I don't want to do anything with that.
I'm walking away from horses. I can't be a part of that. It's too triggering for me.
And Elizabeth Taylor talks him into helping her train her horse for the, I can't remember the name of the thing they go to.
It's they keep referring to it as the Nationals,
something.
the biggest horse race in England.
Some crazy, wild, long horse race that's super
Lots of
dangerous.
jumping.
And lots of jumping. And she's like, I want to train him for that. And they had hired a jockey, but he was a chode, so they fired him. And now they have no jockey. And then she's like, well, she tries to get Mickey Rooney to do it. And he's like, no. And then like they have this whole scene of him getting on the horse.
He literally got back on the horse.
Back on the horse and is like, okay. Like, he has this moment of like, I'm going to do it. And then he walks up and she's in the little jockey outfit. And she's like, I'm going to do it. And I'm like, absolutely not. Mickey Rooney should have been like, no.
We'll be fantastically disqualified because you're underage.
Super illegal. He's like, you're going to go to jail.
Yeah. And you've now robbed Mickey Rooney of his arc.
That's my biggest problem.
That's a huge note for that movie.
Like, the whole point, you just stole that arc from him, and she just did it because she's like, I want to do it.
like, hey, privileged dummy.
Well, I mean, it's there's a little bit for her because her mom swam the English Channel and gave her prize money.
That part is good between the two of them. The dad's kind of a stick in the mud disciplinarian, and he doesn't want anybody stepping outside the lane. Which then it's sort of the argument is like, why did you marry that woman that you married? Because that woman leans forward and stepping outside the lane.
Yeah.
And then
her mom's a great character.
And she did get Best Supporting Actress for that role. And then she's got a daughter who is what they would call a firecracker back in the day and doesn't stay in the lane either. Mm-hmm. So mom, there's a great thing there, but it's like choose one plot line.
Yeah, I think the point too was that because the dad says to the daughters like, you better make. Like, because he kept making her put a retainer in, because he's like, you have a face, and that's the only way you're going to be able to do anything.
That's your only tool in having a good life, is having a pretty face.
Stay pretty. And so, like, her being like, I want to ride horses, I want to do this, and the mom's like, this is your chance to do something. I can't remember, they called it frivolous. It was something similar to that, where it's like,
right.
You
get one
because the rest of your life is you're
married to this guy.
Going back and you're going to go marry someone, and you get to do nothing else. So I think that's part of like why the writers had her ride the horse. But I was like, it doesn't make any sense structurally.
You can't do the Mickey Rooney thing if you're going to do that.
No, you can't make Mickey Rooney have an issue.
Yeah,
like he needs to finish the art. He needs to ride the horse.
Or when he gets on the horse, it's too much of a problem. Like he thought he could do it. Like he was excited. Mm-hmm. Like.
Oh, he was like, I'm going to do it. I'm so excited.
This is a mixed ending. I
did not like that at all.
No.
Yeah, and then, what's our time?
Arguing a movie from the 40s about its structure.
So, oh boy, I forgot we started watching War Games.
Right? Oh yeah, we did watch War Games.
So my list is all over the map over here. I'm like, oh yeah.
It'd been.
I haven't seen that since.
It'd been a tick since I saw that as well. And it has.
The last time I saw that.
I don't know what War Games is. It's not. It's certainly not a teen comedy, but it centers around a teen.
Yeah, it's him and.
Ali Sheedy.
It's Ferris Bueller and Ali Sheedy.
It's Ferris Bueller and Ali Sheedy to break into the war computer that AI took over our defense contracts.
It's an 80s movie about AI.
Must be over. Fiction. And then it goes too far, and it's going to launch the missiles. And then you get the professor who programmed it. And he's got to come in and kind of try to help save the day, but ultimately it's Matthew Broderick. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean,
I don't know who that's for.
It's a perplexing because I remember being old. I remember when it came out, and there was a lot that was written about this of kind of in the vein of. The Cold War is so terrifying that we can let safeguards go too far in our earnestness to be ready, that now you're going to bring on your own destruction, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Which is all fine and good. I mean, it's a difficult movie to make of everything that takes place in a computer.
Yeah.
And make that interesting.
And in a computer where it's an 80s computer where it's dark background, green letters.
Yeah, with lettering that goes.
Dirt.
And they kind of
Yeah. Why? Why for yes?
Yeah.
And for no.
like the computer that you'll see at an auto body shop that they've had there for 84 years. That
They
computer,
still do have ones.
which I could hear them in my. Well, why replace it? Because it works. Like
Still
okay,
works.
if you put that down on paper, that is a really hard movie to make anybody
Yeah.
go see that and to make it interesting. And I think they do as probably a good a job as they could back then. They have a war room that didn't exist back then and couldn't exist. They have all these giant screens, and the director or the DP was talking about these 20-foot screens, and there's 10 of them. It's like nothing in 1984 existed like
Yeah.
that. So they're all rear projected, and it's shot film, and it sounds like a major headache to be able to do any of that. But it was, it's watchable, and there's a whole bunch of actors that are in it that you've seen before, and they make the scenes work.
It's got the guy from Cloak and Dagger.
Dabney Coleman. Dabney Coleman, which was in every movie to a certain point, and then that got taken over by a lot of other people. Dabney Coleman is great in it, playing the role that he always does.
Yeah. Same role.
And then it has the most inexplicable harmonica music multiple times in its soundtrack. Like, I'm not against harmonica music. Believe
Yeah,
me.
it's not great.
When I get arrested, send me a harmonica. But for something like this, it was...
When I go to jail, send me a harmonica.
yeah, send me the harmonica. But yeah, it was a very perplexing choice. Like somebody's friend and they're under contract and everybody had to use the music or something.
Isn't there, what movie is it where they, or is it a cartoon where he gets a harmonica shoved down his throat and then it's just like,
Family Guy did a bit of that and it was shoved up in his butt.
no, it's one where he like swallows it. Yeah. It's a cartoon. I don't know. Somebody can help me. That's what I think of when I think of harmonica.
That's harmonica music to you. Mine's the Sanford and Son theme. So discounting years and years of probably quality blues harmonica playing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, the biggest thing, though, with war games is, would you like to play a game?
Yeah. Well, you get a line that enters the zeitgeist forever of how about a nice game of chess?
Yeah. I swear the Spy Museum in D.C. has
Oh, I believe that.
a war games reference, or it's part of an exhibit in there.
I believe that.
It strikes a chord in my memories, but I can't remember what. If you're ever in DC, go to the Spy Museum. It is awesome.
Well worth it.
So worth it. It's so cool. And all right, I'm just gonna beep boop beep boop beep boop. The Howling.
Oh, the Howling.
That was my spinning the dial. I was like,
spinning the wheel. I had never seen the Howling before.
me neither. I thought I had. I had not.
Yeah, starring Dee Wallace and directed by Joe Dante. His first movie or second movie, I can't remember which one. And he learned after this one, before he did Gremlins, on how to do, structure and scenes properly and how to not have too big of a close-up.
Yeah, this one it was a little hard to watch. It's super 70s.
We had talked about that.
Well, I mean, it's hard to watch for a certain reason, which for those who have seen it, it's like, here's the thing with 70s movies. I remember who I was talking about with this recently. I like them, but they're also like, there is a period and a type of movie where they leaned in hard on violence, sexual violence against women.
Yeah.
And
It feels like low-hanging fruit, like to make somebody monstrous. I know we can establish that in 90 seconds. Just have them doing something terrible to an innocent woman. And,
but here's the thing about the 70s one. 70s movies, it's not 90 seconds.
Yeah.
You're in it for a long time.
That's true.
Like, they do not let it go away and you dwell on it. Because it's not just this one. They're, like, The Last House on the Left.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I have, like, a Rolodex in my head of ones. Because you're like, what? Okay.
Get on with it.
Yeah, and I don't...
And they did the same with this. And I know it's like,
but...
Dee Wallace is a journalist, and she's was getting hounded by a stalker, and who was also probably a serial killer. So that she, being an investigative journalist, was going to use herself as bait with a wireless lav on that, of course, didn't work. And I know it's in the 70s, and we're very, very sick of that trope of the wireless microphone cutting in and out.
Right.
So now her peril goes up more, and it was just starting them, but ugh. Get better transmitter, guys. It's the neon that's interfering with it. Is it? Talk to me, sound people. Does neon? It probably does.
Maybe it does. Yeah.
And
back then, maybe.
And then she confronts him, and it's a very bad scene. And then she gets shipped off to a camp or a cabin or a getaway place that a psychologist recommends, and then everything goes very, very bad.
It's a great premise for a movie. So we were discussing this. It is perfect for a remake.
It is right for a remake. Get Jordan Peele to dip into this.
I have an idea. I don't know if I share it. Everybody will steal it, but I will never make it. Act like I get to make it. I think it should be, because like the Howling is that the psychiatrist is like, you need to go up to this camp and like hang out there, and like part of this, like it's a retreat essentially
in the woods.
Is
it cheaper because you don't have to have an LA permit now? Is that what it is?
Yeah, maybe, because they just run around the woods then.
They just run around the woods now.
Basically, it's like, spoiler alert, the reveal is that they're all werewolves.
Howling.
Which great monster work.
Yeah.
The effects are great. But she goes up to the retreat, and then like all these things happen, and like basically like it's revealed that they're just trying to turn her into, I think that's their intent.
Yeah, that's their bit.
To make her a werewolf as well. And all these things happen. So I think the remake should be also Retreat. It's all women, but it's witches, and it's in New England. Same premise. Like, but now it's not necessarily like werewolf howling. There could be a werewolf. They could put werewolf howling in it. But
you'd have to have the new twist at the end, because the twist at the end, and again, it's a half-decade, half-century old movie. So the twist at the end, give me a moment to get past this. The twist at the end is Dee Wallace does get bit by a werewolf by her fiance.
Well, you said this halfway through the movie. You're like, oh, they should do this.
I called it coming up Broadway. So she gets bit. So clearly she's going to turn in. Now it's in her bloodstream. But they beat everybody back at the camp. And she gets back to LA, and she's put back on the air. And it's like, people got to know that this is in our society. So she lets herself turn into a werewolf on live television in Los Angeles, so everybody can know. And then she has her friend shoot her right there. So to do the witch thing, the howling is a great thing, because
after that happened, everyone watching is like, they have great makeup. And then another guy's like, no, that woman really turned into a werewolf.
But he's at the bar, like in the middle of a beer, like, nah, man, that was she really did that, and they shot her on live TV. Can I have another, please?
Yeah.
Like nobody cares. No one cares.
That's the bit, is no one cared.
But you can do the same thing if it was.
Right. Give me some time.
But it happens. Everybody's and sees it on their reels or on TikTok, going, huh. Anyway.
Yeah, it's an AI thing.
AI thing. Yeah, that's AI.
Yeah. But I don't know. You have to think about it. I have to cook that idea up.
Yeah, a howling reboot.
Yeah, but I really like there's some good stuff in there with the monster.
Oh, very much so.
Good monster stuff.
I think it's the same team that did American Werewolf in London, but I'm not totally sure about that.
Probably true.
Is it Rick Baker? I can't remember.
I don't remember. I need horror movie experts on my hand.
Yes. If only we knew some.
If only we knew one. So yeah, I think too, like the other datedness of it is that like you get the reporter who's figuring it out, the friend who's back in LA is like, oh, I figured out what's happening.
Yeah.
And so she goes up to rescue her, and like basically just gets eaten by the werewolf. Like there's no like
she figures it out, she takes some pictures, and then gets ate.
Yeah, but like the eating is like cower in the corner, and I'm like, come on, they've painted you to be this character that's like, can self-reliant and can do this, like can take care of herself, and then you're just in a corner and let the werewolf.
Well, I think
I'm like, boo.
I think when that's why when you get into phases of like Alien, see how I did
Yeah.
that? That
It's,
should
we
ring the
kicked off-
bell.
I know, kicked off season 2 with 2 Alien references so
Well,
far.
one was Alien, one was Aliens.
It's still a franchise.
But
It's
when
all
you-
Alien franchise.
When you look at Alien and everybody's like, it's so groundbreaking
Mm-hmm.
because of how they treated Ripley, it's like, yeah, it is when you compare it with something
Mm-hmm.
like this. That's what everybody used to do. And like, oh, maybe we don't have them cower in the corner and they just go, I'm saying this, give me the flamethrower.
Right. Like, yeah, I know you're capable.
Yeah.
Like, I know you.
You're smart, you have
Smart.
hands.
Like,
Let's go.
Don't just sit there.
And go,
Yeah. And that lasted for a long time.
from the history of ever to
Yeah.
about Alien.
Yeah. Well, and it went on after Alien.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not like it knocked it out.
Because it's too
the
easy.
80s horror movies were birthed
Yeah.
with that. Probably not as much now.
Yeah, because one of the benefits of streaming is that you have such repetition that you can kind of beat it out of the system.
Sorry, I'm going to go back to Ready or Not 2 for a moment. These are not necessarily spoilers, but if you want to watch the movie and just have fun, I recommend fast forwarding. Or I'll put little markers up so you can beep through it. The scene of them in the Samara Weaving and the gal who puts the wedding dress on, and she shows up with a bazooka
Oh, yeah.
and it fires backwards.
Yeah.
Was fucking awesome.
Just picking up a bazooka doesn't mean that you're going to kick ass. You have to point it in the right direction.
It was so good. I was like, I love this movie. Because again, they're doing a classic Buffy shot from one of the episodes, and she fires it backwards. And then, like, Samara Weaving finds pepper spray and pepper sprays her, and then, like, she
They both get pepper sprayed,
turns it back on her, and they both get peppered spray. So then they're just, like,
flailing and can't
flailing
see.
around. And they're in a ballroom that had a wedding set up for it.
It's playing
So, like,
Foreigner or something.
now it's 2 women in wedding dresses, like, just swinging at nothing because they can't see each other.
That was good stuff.
And then the disco ball turns on. Oh my god, it was so good. I enjoyed that highly.
That was good.
There was a lot of great stuff in that because that one character was just, she was a lot. And then she just, like, again, spoiler, rolls up and shoots her. Like, a lot of satisfying things in this movie. Sorry. Okay, we can go back to what we were talking about.
Yes.
And ending. And we're back to after the spoiler. So yeah, that was
So, yeah, that was the Howling.
yeah. And then, like, The Howling 2 started to roll in, and we're like, no.
Because you can look on IMDb, like, The Howling, it's like 6.5 stars. The Howling 2, 3. Howling 3, 3.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not saying I won't watch it eventually. I'm just saying, not now. Because I was like, I don't need to stay up late watching this.
I'll do that while I'm...
All right, so the other movie we were super excited about coming out was the new Peaky Blinders Immortal Man.
Yeah, we're big Peaky Blinders fans. We jumped into it late because I know that...
So we just finished the series like a month ago or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we just... people talked about it and we just, you can't watch everything. And then we finally jumped into it and then, like, oh, the movie's coming out in March. Like, oh, shit, we better watch everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, then that finally came out a little bit in the theater, but mostly just online. And it's kind of an overwhelming... underwhelming,
Yeah.
overwhelming feeling of,
Yeah. Sure.
which I had a lot, which
I mean, it wraps it up, but you're kind
it
of
wraps it up, but I had a lot
There's-
build up in my head.
Yeah,
like I'm
I
really,
know.
I'm
I was
really
super
ready.
excited.
And the trailer was
Because the trailer
great.
made it feel like it was gonna.
The
go
trailer
in a
was
certain
great.
direction.
When Cillian Murphy shows up again, and because he's been gone for presumably kind of like half a decade, he shows up, and the old people in the bar are like, "Oh my God, he's back!" And all the new bastards are like, "Who are you?"
Oh, I
And
don't care who you are. You're like, and then they just kind of like
they duck by the bar like, "Bad things are gonna happen."
Like, oh no. Oh, that was a good bit because he throws a grenade down his shirt.
Yeah, he blows a guy up.
he explodes a guy. That was awesome. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that actually was the best part of the movie. I think the whole thing was built around that, which is why that's what the trailer is. But yeah, they promoted the hell out of that. They had that at NFL games
Yeah.
during the playoffs that they were doing
Yeah,
bits
I
like
think
that.
that just was like the premise is that like they always build him as this like badass and like, oh, you don't want to mess with him. And then like of course it's like a Godfather thing. So it's like, somebody dies. Like, you just are always waiting for that, like, hard revenge coming from Thomas Shelby. And, like, I feel like the last season and then this...
and the last season was kind of a hot mess because you had a main character,
Right.
a main actress who played a main character die, so they
had to
threw them into a tizzy.
But, I mean, you don't never get that satisfying, like, he gets his revenge.
Yeah.
Which, like, I know, too, like, he's a bad guy. Like, it's just, like, this back and forth, but, like, they always had these building, and you're, like, these moments that would build and build and build, and you're like, oh my god, this is going to be really good when it actually hits. And then it would never hit.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what the movie felt like, too.
I would agree.
Yeah.
And it has many more bigger names in it because now Peaky Blinders is a big thing, and now you need movie stars instead of just television stars.
Well, yeah, it's like the Firefly Serenity thing.
Yeah,
like,
that you just need to increase your game, and there's bigger explosions in it, and because it's wartime. And it did. I think we're dumping on it a little, probably unfairly.
No, it was fine.
You build up so much.
I think I just had it more in my head for something different.
Yeah. That agreed.
Yeah.
And they always stated that they were looking at a movie to tie up the entire series. Yeah. And who played his son? Barry Keoghan? Mm-hmm. Just didn't have that. It was an underwritten character.
Yeah,
to play Thomas Shelby's son. I would agree on that. And I think that took a lot of the wind out of the sails of the movie. That he just wasn't that interesting.
It was also a character that, like, was introduced, like, the second to last episode. So you didn't even have time to, like, get to know this person. And now he's, like, this pivotal, like, they're relying on him for these plot points. And you're like, it just kind of...
He's a fine actor. I've seen him in other stuff. I think he was just underwritten.
You needed more development towards what was going on.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm, to make you really be like, oh, it was really good. Because you get a big payoff. This dude was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, now he's just beating him up.
Because at the end of the last season, not the end episode, but like midway through, like he kills his brother in an explosion.
Right.
And it had a seasons of buildup. And that was a very satisfying episode for that. So, but you had seasons with that brother to build up, like, oh, he's going to take care of him. Oh, no, he's a shithead. He's going to make a lot of bad decisions.
Well, I also I was hoping for something for the movie because of that last season. It was like they were fighting, like, the fascists. It was the 30s and they were fascist, and, like, Thomas Shelby was not winning. And you're like, oh boy, like, because there was a moment where you're like, oh, now you're all in big trouble. And
because he's against fascism at the
and he was
start of World War II.
And he was working with Winston Churchill, and you're just like, okay, like, this is getting really interesting.
Oh, and this movie's going to take place in World War II? Here we go. And
none of that.
None of that. It's kind of a perplexing summation of it, of the work.
Yeah. Anyways, but overall it was fine. I enjoyed watching it. It just was not what I was thought it was going to be. Okay, so I don't know what else. Do you have other things that you want to talk about, or did I hit them all?
I think you hit them all. There's nothing else that needs to happen for this one.
No, but I'm going to end it on our last one that I have on my list. Godzilla Final Wars.
Yeah. So this will go back to when we had Kaya on and talked about Godzilla, and both Kaya and Fensky suggested that we watch Final Wars, which at the end of the movie they suggest a sequel. So not final.
Well, first note.
Second
note. This movie's terrible. It's like this movie's terrible. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's just, I think that's why they wanted us to watch it, because it's
They love to hear our reaction about stuff like that. So we throw it in there. It's like the premise of it is
it's really bad.
That they're bringing back. It's almost a multiverse before anybody really did a lot of multiverse. So you have so many monsters from all kinds of different Godzilla movies coming in, including the Godzilla from the Matthew Broderick 1998 movie, which they nicknamed Zilla, I think, in this movie. And the way that they accomplished that, and fun fact, is the last movie they ever used costumes for the kaiju. Because
I understand.
It's 2004 that this movie came out. So we're a decade into digital technology. We're a decade after Jurassic Park.
And oh boy,
some of the CGI in this looks like an 8th grade class did it.
it's so bad.
It's really, really bad.
Not even bad in the way that I'm like, I'm having fun with this. I'm just like, I'm going to keep falling asleep while this movie's on.
And you read about it, and they had the Matthew Broderick one, so that was created, and that was a big CGI monster.
Yeah.
This movie, they wanted to use that and must not have had a relationship with the studio that did the Matthew Broderick one, and they went and got a toy Godzilla from the toy store and 3D scanned it and threw it in the movie, and that's the CGI Broderick one. Which isn't even the worst evil of this movie. Where the 70s ones, you had sort of this great fun and weird cars and people in weird turtlenecks when you watch the 70s one. This one did not have, in my estimation, the weird fun. It was just weird bad.
Right. Well, I mean, to me, I was like, is this just like a giant Power Rangers episode? Because they had all these guys like fighting all like for way too long.
Yeah, they had. Yeah,
they were like super mutants.
The sequence we have mutant humans that are going to help. And it was unclear how that was going to help, but there were aliens that were involved. It just looked like normal Japanese guys that are wearing the Geordie sun visor things, and that makes them aliens now, and they just look like the way outs from the Flintstones. There's a lot of references that just happened there.
There were a lot of references that just happened. Here's the thing, though. Like, me, I go, okay. Like, other people would be like, it's because we're together all the time. But I'm like, yeah, okay.
The hell did he just say? It's very much of a hot mess. Ghidra is like a transformer at one point that they fight him, and then he falls down and then grows the heads and everything.
Yeah.
Notable absences. Kong is not in it. Jaguar is not in it. But Jaguar is not in it. But god damn it, they had to put Baby Godzilla in again.
They did have Baby Godzilla in it because you were like, oh no.
Oh no. It's not baby. Yeah,
that's happening.
Even when I was a kid, Baby Godzilla was not my jam.
I don't think it's anybody's jam.
No.
I've never heard anyone go,
Baby Godzilla. Cool. This is the one with Baby Godzilla in it.
No, people hate it.
No, Godzilla Final War, which apparently might not be the final, but an article about it generously said it makes the fan base a little divisive about it. Yeah. I'm like, I'm sure there are, but I don't see the side where the people like it. But
yeah. So that was our random long list of movie watching. I didn't even get to 3 of them that
we'll do another time.
No, we're never going back to it. I watched Dead Heat because when Fensky was on, that was one he picked, and I was like, oh boy. And the butcher shop scene is delightful. And I did a couple movies before we went to Japan. I did Spirit Away and Howl's Moving Castle, which are its own separate conversations.
Own conversation for that.
Yeah, there's weird
Academy Award winning.
I really like Spirited Away.
Yeah.
I liked Howl's Moving Castle, but not as much. And they both have weird stuff in them where you're like, what? What?
Yeah. Which when we were in Japan, I still could see in stores and the T-shirt shop, all that's still very present. It's not like long ago cinema to them.
No, we were watching, or when we were walking around, I'm like, oh, that's Spirit Away. That's Howl's Movie. Like, I mean,
it is still present in their culture.
Things for purchasing and a ton more. Oh gosh, there's so much stuff. Season 2. This is the kickoff of season 2. We'll
get guests. We'll get features. We'll get more props.
We will get back on the ball, so to speak, for doing this. And it's going to be fun. I don't know what's coming.
Who does?
I never know what's going to happen. That's how the best movies are, is when you're like, I genuinely don't know what's going to happen.
Second to second.
Moment to moment. There's been a couple that
recently.
I feel like there was things that we didn't talk about where I was like, I really don't know what's going to happen in this film.
I think that's good.
And it was delightful. I mean, like, is it a good movie? It doesn't matter.
Howling was like that a little bit.
Oh, yeah, the Howl. The Howling was a little like that, yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know what's going to happen.
Like,
And
now what? Yeah, so we'll catch you next time. I just heard my phone text, so
Yes.
I'm sure that's our next
we're to go to the
appointment.
next thing today.
All right, see you next time.